Hi, okay, here we are with a 3-day energy read for November 24th to the 27th, which puts us in Pada 4 of Anurada in Scorpius. The sun had already hit Scorpius about halfway through the last few days. I'm thinking everybody else thinks it's in Sagittarius right about now. Maybe there's an overlap there, but no, we are just starting into the supreme fun energy of Scorpio territory. So really big transmuting energy, right? Which looks like it's a very consistent message. Basically, all your firehouses are down. Oop. And I know I'm knocking them. But I have your 9th house, your 1st house. Emphasis on your 1st house. But even down here at the top of the split, we have your 5th house. So my take on the houses. Aries is where you're fireballing. You come in and you remember. It's all about remembering who you are in this life. Whether or not you're happy about having agreed to come here or what you believe in about that. There's everything that's in your birth chart, right, that you probably need several years to find out about. And that's what this is all about. Down. But the emphasis starting on the 3 days is with the 9th house, those long journeys. But the thing that you say, how long it takes you to say yes to the big projects, all the good trouble that you're here to do, which is the end product of who you are in this life. So this long-term stretch, okay, this is what's primarily being affected and feeding through this sense of self, basically, but also the training. We have a necessary change here, the gameplay. Now, if I get into the astrology of it, because I've tied most of these to asteroid placements in your charts, right? This would also mean technology is going to be down or affected. Computers specifically. This is my card for Katsurahama asteroid, and that's attached to the story of someone who it's actually attached to Space Invaders story. If you want to get into that. This is my card for Eris asteroid, which is supernatural intervention, help, spirit guide, manifesting, being able to advocate for you in situations where nobody else can advocate for you, especially with dangerous people. Now, I'm getting a sense of danger not only from all of the energy, that the emphasis here, especially, we've got the emphasis on home reversed, echoed by the 4 of Pentacles reversed, and the 6 of Swords reversed at the center, at the heart of the bottom split of the deck. So there's something about a safe passage. Now, the reason being, the moon is tucked in this part of the deck. The moon's going to be transiting Kritika Nakshatra in Taurus, and that's where the shining is. The shining is there because of a certain star that's above Taurus in Perseus, the Al-Ghul star. And there's that whole relationship between the African prophetesses being demonized, 6,000 years of them. That's where you have a huge fight energetically in the sky between the powers that be. So yeah, if you watch The Shining or if you read The Shining, those kinds of events are very tied. The fact that Kritika Nakshatra is represented by a razor blade, it's not an accident. So there's potentially dangerous energy. Moods can be, obviously, because the moon's transiting, moods are going to be affected, right? So now at the top of the split, we have Jupiter reversed, House Lord, significant male relationships, gurus, teachers, what else? But this is your primary energy that governs what your function in all of your houses, even beyond what your rising sign is. So that's either down right? Or these relationships are taking all of the above, are taking a hit, right? Twin flame possible energy here, down, yes. Now this is my card for Arete asteroid, which is your happy place. But potentially a dangerous place if you need to know the territory. It's also father-daughter relationships, the history of Arete, female philosopher. But if we stick to who is affected primarily or in what context, yes, I'm looking because there's a ton of people involved again. So this is a big story. This is a big story, which makes sense because it's tied to the thing that you're aiming to do. You're Sagittarian. It's the thing that you're going to do. Basically, you have to be prepared to do a lot of it solo, and it will totally involve other people. But when push comes to shove, it's on you to possibly rescue a whole thing. Yeah. What was I saying though? I'm looking for the Queen of Wands. Well, I was looking for whoever had wands, right? Now the Knight is in, got the Page down here. So the Page could be as pivotal as the Queen. I was looking primarily at the Queen. But the reason being is because the Queen's here in reverse, but the Ace is there. So the way I took this when I was interpreting it for X for Twitter was that the Queen has a bright idea. Now, is this a spirit guide Queen because she's in reverse, or is it just that she's the one experiencing all this down luck, down energy, right? And we've got some divine timing here with third house, but this is where the Ace is, right? So this bright idea, this memory, right? This sense of self, it's here, but now it's affected by everything else. Now the King of Wands is in the split of the deck with the Moon. So the King could be a danger to the Queen if the King's mood is affected by that Moon, right? He's tucked away in that deck right next to it. So that's potential. So what I'm seeing is for 3 days, basically, she has this bright idea or this memory, right? And there's nothing that can be done about it because there's like a no-go zone, right? If this, this is easily telling the story of Gaza still, but a Virgo, like space-time is affected. This Virgo is a Time Lord, this Knight of Pentacles, can't move, can't do anything out of space-time being right. That's why there's slow progress with that Knight. We've got Hygeia, the Two of Cups, right? So some kind of deal affected here, right? We've got childhood burnt by the sun. Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups. Who else? Page of Cups, King of Pentacles, right? Knight of Cups. So just a ton of people. And it's all on hold so far as I can tell. It's all on hold until there's safety. Get past that Moon, and I'll be back in 3 days.